Welcome back to Ethereal Aeons Activation. I am Lesly Damai, and in today's video, I felt extremely called to speak on this subject, on this matter. For any of you out there that are still identifying yourself, that are still holding on to cords and attachments with versions of yourself from the past. And so I think this speaks to a lot of people that have overcome really toxic self-sabotaging behaviors. This can also speak on people that have cut cords with people that have been toxic, that really shook up their life. A lot of people find themselves in toxic romantic relationships. And I know I can definitely relate on this as well. I've experienced this myself when I was a teenager. And it took so long for me to not only get rid of the individual, but also the thoughts that go on in my head, right? And so whether you're dealing with a situation like that or your own addictions and risky behaviors, after you've done the work to really combat that, right, to defeat that, to banish that, there's this phase that can linger for a while. And that's what I want to talk about. And this phase is that phase of still feeling that timeline, even though you're in a new one. Still feeling the yanks of that cord that is obviously not, that's obviously still there, even though you're a completely different person. And so it's really, really important to first and foremost, make sure you have thoroughly forgiven yourself, not just the individual that might have come into your life and, you know, took you for a ride, whether it was an abusive relationship, physically, verbally, emotionally, or whether it was your addictions that you may have had with drugs, alcohol, sex, all of this, right? A lot of times people focus on forgiving the other individual or just forgetting and letting go. But ultimately, it's going to linger within you until you've fully forgiven yourself. Because the shame, the fear, the guilt, it pops up when you least expect it. And so we already have to remember that the reality that we live in is really designed to carry these cavities within us so that we can be drained energetically and so that we can never fully grow and transcend past all of that matrix bullshit, all of those quote unquote lessons, right? I mean, some of them may have been lessons and others could have been direct attacks towards your consciousness. But there's no need to kind of like weave down these halls anymore. Like you need to choose which halls you want to reside in your mind and in your energy. Do you want to be in that hallway reliving the past? Do you want to be in this moment now, grateful for everything you've overcome? Do you want to be focused on the version of yourself you're trying to manifest while you're still in the gratitude state? And so basically what I want to tell you that, yeah, you know, it is completely normal to still feel those tugs of past versions of yourself. And, you know, the reality has a very funny way of reminding us of these things. Don't take it personally. Just let it go. Don't take a compliment personally, and don't take a backlash don't personally. Remain as neutral as you can to the external and remain focused with your own internal growth. And so, you know, some people also kind of do the opposite, where it's perhaps they just got over an addiction and it's been like 2 weeks and it's like, oh, I'm over my addiction. You know, a lot of people that tend to do this kind of fall off the bandwagon pretty easily because there just has not been enough time to integrate. So if you've already done that integration process, but something's still yanking at you, it's a cord and it's trying to bind itself to you, regardless of how amazing your life is around you. And that's the thing. And that's why they say no amount of money or no amount of success is actually means anything unless there's peace within you and there's gratitude. And so don't let that hold you back, because it's not only the most difficult thing to get over, but it's the most powerful thing that can keep you stuck in the mundane reality. And so I don't know why I felt so called to make this video and to share that message. I hope the right person comes across this video and needs to hear it. The best thing you can possibly do is, if you still need to do some inner work with any of this, is do it now and cut those cords, banish it. It doesn't have to be super technical or doesn't have to take 5 hours out of your time, but no longer consent to those thoughts and catch yourself faster. Don't let it steal your light in this moment, because you have already overcome all of that baggage. Let it go. Let it go and concentrate on what you have now and focus on the manifestations you want to bring into your reality. That can bring about a lot of emotions. And so feel it, let it come up, express it, and then let it go. It's quite the cycle to be on, living in this reality and constantly evolving and growing and shedding old skins and old versions of ourselves and coming into new versions. And it's always going to get brighter and better when you're sticking to your foundations, right? When you're sticking to spirit and you're sticking to the growth and the work, but you got to let the rest of it go. So I hope this video brings some light and shed some light to you, and get to the work, get to releasing what needs to finally be released. And if you like any additional help, check out the links in my description. I have all of my services. I have my one-on-one spiritual coaching. I'm taking 4 clients. So if you would like to schedule a call with me, I would love to hear from you if you feel like I can help you. So I have my course, Deprogram Your Shadow, which I talk all about this. And so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. I post every Tuesday and Thursday, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification. I'll see you very soon.